Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much po. Ang question ko lang po is regarding dun sa yung bang halimbawa ay hindi pa po pwedeng mai-categorize na ABI yung how about designing a program that will address to solve the root cause of the problem, like dun sa problem smoking. Kasi ang nakikita ko po with regards to the 92 Republic Act 9211 na yan, na this is prohibition of smoking public places. Ang nakikita namin na isa na parang hindi pa rin siya totally talaga na na magkakaroon prevention dahil as we realize that one of the causes of the root cause of the problem hindi sa society, within this society, but it's within the family. Yung sinasabi niyo po kanina na yung pagbibigay yung sa parenting rule niyan because before we have been a campaigner against smoking during sa time ng mga 2000. Nakita namin itong program na it will really address to the problem of the smoking, yung pinaka-root cause, which is nag-uumpisa dun sa family. So, ang nakikita ko sa Republic Act 9211, hindi siya nako-cover po. Yung family, which is doon talaga. Kasi yung, di ba, public conveyances or prohibition, yung mga ganyan. So, hindi siya covered doon, which is in reality, the root cause of the problem. There are so many children, smokers at that, na natututo hindi sa peers nila, it's on their parents. Yung anak, pakibili mo nga akong sigarilyos Indian, which is I myself also a victim of that. So since childhood, so sa bata pa ako, nasubukan ko naman garilyo. So nung ganong, hindi po ba siya pwedeng, yung mga program na ganyan, na directly that can address to the root cause of the problem, na para ma-categorize siya sa ABI po. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that question. I guess we need to challenge our lawmakers because they're the one doing our policies. They're the one drafting our laws. We can advocate for that. We need to remember that, for instance, smoking. Smoking is a product of the interaction between the microenvironment and the macroenvironment. And you are correct, sir, that part of the microenvironment is of course the family. That's the proximal factor. And I talked about cognitive dissonance a while ago, when there's a gap between what is being taught in school and what is being observed at home. So parenting education is actually very important. It should be a crucial component of any drug prevention program.
Okay, last na po ko lang po. Balisusog lang po ito. Kasi po, noong time na nagka-campaign kami, and then we designed that program, we call it the IVAC, the Integration of Values Through Arts Communication, which is it's a school-based activity program. I myself have witnessed it because yung mga evidences or yung result ng aming ginagawa, it really helps. Kasi there are really parents who give their testimonies na kaya sila tumigil dahil sa anak nila na mismong nagsabi, not in a verbal way, but through that program na i-present namin through the arts, giving those messages at home, like, Daddy, I love you, please quit smoking, and they depend that to their artworks. So it's a perpetual reminder to the parents na mahal sila ng anak nila. So yun yung bang na-enhance pa rin communication within the family. Kaya sabi ko, parang pwede siyang maging ABI or talagang may effectivity po.
You just need to provide the evidence that it works. So document it if it's possible to subject that particular intervention dun po sa sinasabi nating experimental research and undergo the rigorous process, okay? Quantitative, and give them, submit to UNODC, and maybe we can have an evidence-based intervention in the Philippines. That's a very, very good program.
Okay, we'll have the last question unless there is a violent reaction.